What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Blue Side FC channel. I'm Niamat, and I hope you're all doing great. So Chelsea just beat West Ham away 3-0 in the Premier League, and this is the perfect definition of a dominating performance. We dominated from start to finish. Yes, West Ham had their moment, they had their dangerous moments, they had their chances, but Chelsea, it was all Chelsea. This was a masterful performance from the boys, and they did very, very well throughout the whole game. It was a London derby, but it didn't even look like a London derby because we're in control of the ball, we're in control of the game, and yeah, we were excellent. Today we were excellent. Today for me it's a 10 over 10 performance from us. Well, maybe 9.5 performance because of some of the defensive frailties in the at the end of the first half, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that. So yeah, before we get into the review, if you're not subscribed, kindly subscribe, and if you watch the end and you love this video, give this video a like at the end or not. I mean, it's up to you if you enjoy it or not. So yeah, enough talking, let's get straight into the video. So the big question before the game started was who was going to start. Was it going to be Nkunku after his great performance coming off the bench against Bournemouth and scoring the winning goal, or is it going to be Jackson, who hasn't played in the number 9 position for a while? So we were a lot of people were debating on who should start, who should not start, and all that. Personally, like I said in my previous game, I said that Nkunku deserves to start, but Jackson ended up starting, and he justified his inclusion. He justified why he started. I mean, his performance today was, we'll get to it, excellent. Other one too that we're also debating was whether Sancho was going to start today, and he did. He also had a brilliant performance against Bournemouth in our last game, so he deserved the start because I mean that position is a highly contested position, so there's a lot of competition there. There's a lot of competition in that position, both wings. So I mean, whoever is doing well in that position would get it. And Sancho proved that he was good, so he deserved the start. Yeah, apart from that, I think the lineup was pretty normal. No, Tosin Aderabioyo had his first start since joining Chelsea, and yeah, because of our issues with right back, Fofana was moved to the right back position, and Tosin was paired with Levi Colwill in the defense, and I think he did well. So 4 minutes into the game, we scored. I mean, it was very, very early. I had hardly sat down to watch the game, and Jackson scored. Brilliant goal from him. Brilliant goal. It came from a quickly taken free kick that caught all the West Ham players by surprise, and then they were now tracking back. Sancho played it cleverly to Jackson, who was able to run into their final third and put the ball between the legs of their keeper. Very good finish. This is the kind of finish that we've been calling for, that I've been calling for from Jackson. I mean, he last season he missed more chances than he scored, and this season it seems like he's scoring more than he's missing, and that is what we want to see from our striker. We want to see a high conversion rate from our strikers, and this guy is proven to be somebody that we can rely on, somebody we can trust. So I'm happy with the way he took his goal. I'm happy with the way he performed today, and yeah, I really enjoyed his performance today. So yeah, after that game, after that goal, we were pretty dominant. In the period, our passing was very good. Caicedo in the middle, I mean, Caicedo was just fantastic today. If it wasn't for the fact that Jackson scored 2 goals and got an assist, Caicedo will be my man of the match because Caicedo was really dominating the midfield. He reminded me of Kante whenever he was on the ball, the way he was intercepting the ball, the way he was controlling possession, he was winning possession. He was the one who even assisted Jackson for his second goal. That second goal too, brilliantly taken. Very good pass from Caicedo to find a space in that defense, and brilliantly taken goal by Jackson. He scored with the outside of his boots, his right boot. I mean, fantastic. Like this, he's full of confidence, and he wants to prove why he needs to be starting. He wants to prove to us Chelsea fans that we can trust him. And yes, most of us are now convinced or getting convinced that we can trust him. And this is what competition brings to the team. If you have a lot of players, or you have a couple of high quality players vying for certain positions in the team, This is what it brings, and it brings the best out of all of them, because they know that if they don't do well, the other one do well and will be there. Or if they don't do well, somebody else come in from a transfer. So they know very well. They know very well that they have to do well, and this is what it does to Jackson. I don't think Jackson had much competition last season, and probably that is why he was performing the way he's performing. Or maybe the coach too wasn't able to bring the best out of him. But this coach just seems like he's bringing the best out of everybody. You listen to interviews from the players, and you listen to how they talk about the coach, the way they talk about training under him, tactics under him. You see that they are fully on board with his ideas, which is what we want to see. So it reflects on the pitch. When we play games like this, it reflects on the pitch. You see how coordinated they are when they are passing the ball, when they are going into attacks. Like, this is what we want to see from Chelsea. I mean, yeah, gone are days where we use a lot of physical strength to win games, to be able to win possession, score goals, and all that. But this time, it seems like it's different. It's different. We have more skillful players. We have more players with flair, and we have more tiki-taka-esque kind of players. So the coach is playing to those skills, and I think today was a perfect example of how well that could be going forward, or how good that could be going forward. So yeah, dominated the majority of first half. After the second goal came, though, West Ham woke up. For some reason, they woke up. They just woke up, and then they just piled on the pressure. Kudus especially was doing well. Kudus today, I'll say, was one of their best players in the game. It was unfortunate that he was the only one trying to get something. He was the one trying to get something of the game, and the players around him didn't really match up to his level. But yeah, he was one of the best. And in the first half, he threatened us quite a bit. He had a goal disallowed, just offside, very neatly worked play, but fortunately he was caught offside. Fortunately for us, he was caught offside, and the goal was disallowed. And then they also had a penalty shout. And I don't know where you fall on this. I don't know much about the new rules regarding penalty. There have been a bunch of new rules this season regarding the penalty, what qualifies as a penalty, what doesn't qualify as a penalty. But to me, with my old school mentality, how I know football to be, even from last season, this would have been a penalty. I mean, Fofana pulled the West Ham striker down, and that would have been a penalty. It's a clear penalty. He pulled him down. It was clear. He obstructed his movement into the box. It's a clear penalty, but apparently they said it wasn't a big enough impact to warrant a penalty, so it wasn't given. That was lucky for us. It was lucky. Rarely do we get these chances in the Premier League. Rarely do we get this kind of calls in the Premier League, but it was good for us, good for our defense to wake up, because they were struggling to clear their lines before that penalty came, and after that penalty came. Anytime the ball came in, they just couldn't clear the ball away. They were trying to pass out of their defense, and then West Ham got the ball, and then they attacked again. I didn't like that about the ending of the first half. I didn't really like that. It puts a lot of pressure on us in that period. But when we're able to settle in, we're able to get the ball away, we were able to control the ball favorably well. So that was good. So we went to the second half leading by 2-0, which was good. It was very, very good. You always want to go to the second half leading. If it's a tough game, you want to go into the second half at least on a goalless draw or drawing. But when it's a game like this, you want to go in leading, because you don't know what kind of performance they will come with in the second half. You want to be already up before they do that, so that you can defend them properly or add on to your tally. It's like how the first half started. First half started 4 minutes in, we got first goal. This one 2 minutes in, we got third goal from Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer was quiet throughout the first half, mainly because they were tackling him a lot, and I don't know why the referee wasn't protecting him more, because once you see that they're tackling a particular player a lot, then you have to know that there's something that, and you know Cole Palmer is a great player. You know he's one of the best players, so they are going to tackle him a lot. But some of the tackles that they were making on him, he should have been showing the yellow card more, so that they'll stop what they were doing, because some of them were even like tackles that could cause serious injuries. And I don't know, people are comparing Cole Palmer to the way Hazard was tackled. And what happened to Hazard? You could see that later on in his career, those tackles piled up, and it gave him serious injuries, which led to his early retirement. I don't want to see that with Cole Palmer. I want Cole Palmer to strive long. Cole Palmer is not as built as Hazard was. So, and he's a little bit tall and a little bit lanky. He has body, but it's a bit lanky, and he might get the worst end of those tackles, and I don't want to see that from him. So I don't know whether it's a position change. I don't know what it is, but it's something that the FA needs to look at. Like, certain players are targeted more when they are tackled, and something has to be done about that. Not just in Chelsea, like in other teams too as well. Players that are like Opama, players that are dangerous, and the solution shouldn't be just tackling them unnecessarily. Like what Bournemouth did. Bournemouth had a good plan for Kopama. They were a very difficult team to break down, but they had a good plan for Kopama. Whenever Kopama got the ball, they surrounded him with more than two or more players. So they were able to control his movement, control his passes, win possession from him. But it seems like today West Ham just resulted in just tackling the player. And yeah, but you can't keep Cole Palmer down. That's the reason why he has the nickname Cold Palmer. He's too cold. I mean, the goal he scored was just brilliant. Very good counter attack. Started from a counter attack. Very good counter attack. And Jackson found him, and he just, I mean, the finish was fantastic. The finish was fantastic. He just shot it into the box from a distance out, though, from a distance out, and keeper couldn't do anything about it. He couldn't do anything about it, and I really enjoyed seeing him score. He hasn't scored in a while, so I enjoyed seeing him score, being back on the score sheet. And yes, that was a good goal from Cole Palmer. And then after that, the game just calmed down. It just calmed. There wasn't anything happening from both ends. Just Chelsea were in control of the game. You know, I've had issues in the past where we score a goal and then we relax. This one didn't look like we relaxed. This one looked like it was an instruction to control the game and just control the lead. We shouldn't concede, and they were doing very well in doing that. The midfield was locked. Enzo Fernandez returned in this game. I should have mentioned that in the beginning. I forgot. He returned, started in this game. Him and Caicedo in the middle, fantastic. They were doing very, very well in the middle. They were doing very well in controlling the ball, controlling possession. Whenever I went to defense, the way the defenders were able to handle it was also very good. Take it out of defense. The second half was a masterful performance from the whole team. Rock solid mode, defending their goals, defending our back line, and yeah, it was a very good thing to watch. It was just calm until the end. Phyllis came on, Nkunku came on, Neto came on. I mean, when Nkunku came on, he almost had a goal. He almost scored a goal, a brilliant header from him, which was saved. Very good save from the goalkeeper, West Ham goalkeeper. And yeah, that could have been an instant impact like what he did against Bournemouth, but it wasn't meant to be. But I mean, the players that came on really did change the tempo a little bit after we relaxed and changed the tempo a little bit, but they really couldn't finish. And yeah, I mean, the result is the result. 3-0 is a good enough lead away to West Ham. A good enough lead, a good enough result to bring the 3 points back to Stamford Bridge. And currently, we are second on the table. We started the fixtures this week, and currently we are second on the table. But after the games are done, tomorrow we would drop probably to sit or fit. And yeah, I'm liking our progression. I'm liking how we are moving in this season. I'm enjoying it. So that's it for my review. What do you think about the game? Let me know in the comment section down below. We absolutely destroyed West Ham, and they couldn't reply. They couldn't reply. If you're not subscribed yet, kindly subscribe, give the video a like. It helps the channel a lot. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. So until then, stay safe.